So I'm going to start off by using my e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. I am also going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish Radiance Primer. Now when using this primer, I don't put it everywhere. I only put it where I normally would put my highlight. So, cheekbones. And look at that glow. I put a little bit above the eyebrow. Down the nose. Cupid's bow. Do the same thing on the other side. Dot a tiny bit in the corner of my lids. And under the brow bone. After I apply all my primer, I'm going to move on to foundation. Now I'm going to use Born This Way from Too Faced, and the color I use is Golden. And it's full coverage, and it's light, which I like because I don't like when makeup feels too heavy. I end up flipping over the sponge to this side just to reach the hard parts. And if you notice, when I do put on my foundation on my cheek area, I don't go all the way up because I don't want too much product under my eye or it's going to look cakey. For my concealer, I have to mix colors, so I have two Tarte Shape Tape concealers. I have one in Tan Sand and one in Medium, and I do have to mix both. And every time I use my sponge for some type of application, I use a different side that I haven't touched yet. I'm going to blend. So next for my powder, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the color Medium. So I'm only going high right under my eyes and on the side of the nose. I'm not going too much here, but more of here because I still want that glow. Then I just wipe it off with my brush. And what I'm going to do is take a tiny bit and just dust it down my nose. Because I am going to powder contour, but I don't want too much powder there. And if you guys notice, I actually don't bake. I set in the powder and then after pressing it in my face, I wipe it off. I don't like baking. I feel like it doesn't look good on my skin. This is what I look like. Now I'm going to contour using my Cocoa Contour Palette from Too Faced. Going on I go a little above my cheek indent, like this is my cheek indent, but I put it here, so it makes it look like my cheekbones are a little higher. And then I also bring it on the side of the forehead, but I don't put much on the side of the forehead. And then I'm going to contour my under chin and bring it up here on the side. And then do the same to the other side. And when you put it here to slim down your under chin, make sure you drag it down a little on the neck to create that shadow. So then to contour my nose, going to brush it down and drag it up into the brow. And then I'm going to blend it down a little, going all the way down. And then do the same to the other side. And make sure you blend it out very well. Then I'm going to take the powder again and go around the tip. I'm going around the tip, then blend that out as well. Then taking the Maybelline powder, I'm going to put it on the sides, down the middle, on the tip of the nose, and I'm going to dust it all off. So for my eyes, I'm going to use the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced. So for my eye, I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to prime. And I use most of it on the lid, and then I blend the rest up. I make sure there's more product on the lid than everywhere else. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of that Maybelline setting powder I used, and I'm going to brush it all over the lid just to set it. First, I'm going to go in with the color Caramelized. And I'm going to apply this to the outer portion of the lid and into the crease. Then I'm going to go in with the color Nectar. Whatever colors left over on this brush, I'm just going to blend it in. And then I'm going to put Peaches and Cream on the brow bone. Now this look is not meant to look harsh, that's why the eye look is so simple. After wiping off all the shadow from that blending brush, I'm going to go with Peaches and Cream. And I'm going to dust it all over the lid so everything can be a little more subtle. With Caramelized, I'm going to go on the outer corner of my bottom lash line. And then going back to Nectar, the one we put on our lids, I'm going to put that on the middle to the beginning of our bottom lash line. So for our top lash line, I'm going to use Ciate's Wonderwand Gel Kohl Liner. I'm lining my top lash line, but I'm not doing anything drastic or a huge wing. After this, just smoke it out. Just know doing these looks, you don't need the same exact products I have. As long as you have something with the same color, honestly, you can use any eyeliner. Then I'm going to curl my lashes. They're already curled, but I want them more lifted. Next, we're going to apply mascara. Today I'm using Tarte's Light Camera Lashes, but I normally use the Lash Paradise or the Push Up Drama. I always use Maybelline, but because I strictly wear waterproof when going out, I'm going to take a mascara I have that's not waterproof today. And then don't forget your bottom lashes. To highlight, I'm going to use the color Lit because it's lit. This makeup is lit. It's all lit. Going to put it in the corner. And then I'm also going to take it to highlight under my brow bone, but only on the arch. Now for my brows, my brow routine is like really boring because I don't need a lot. As you see, I have a lot of brows going on, so I'm going to use my Fashion Brow Palette from Maybelline to take in it. I'm going to take a small angle brush I'm just going to draw a straight line on the bottom, curve, and bring it down. And for up here, I'm going to also fill that in. And then I'm going to just line the top a little bit, nothing crazy, and draw a few hairs. So after, I'm going to take a spoolie and dip it into that wax to just blend it all out, blend out that powder, and make sure my eyebrows stay. So for blush, I'm going to use my Hikari bronzer palette, and I'm going to use the bronzer that's in it as blush. I'm going to apply that to the middle of my cheeks and stroke it back. So now to give a tighter cut, I'm going to go back with my Maybelline powder, and I'm going to draw right under the cheekbone, blend it down, and then I'm going to blend it out and swipe it all off. Next, I'm going to go in with the color Lit from my Pro Glow palette. Going with the brush I used earlier, I want my highlighter to be a little more intense, so I'm going to spray, and then I am going to dip it in to the color Lit. I'm going to apply it to my cheekbones, a little on the side, and then I'm going to drag a little down the middle, but more on the side. I make it more intense on my cheekbones, not everywhere else. I'm going to apply it here, like the other side. Apply it to my Cupid's bow. So down the middle of the nose, I'm going to just use my finger. Now I'm going to blend it out. I am blending it out because I don't want the glow on my nose to be too intense, like everything else on my face. For my lips, I'm going to use Lord & Berry in the color number 3035 Nude Lip Liner. I'll just fill in your lips with the liner. I'm going to leave the middle with no color, but just fill in the sides. And for my lipstick, I'm going to use Victoria's Secret Velvet Matte in the color Perfection. Then I'm going to use Victoria's Secret Metal Glow Lip Gloss in the color Rose Gold. After this, the only touch-up I have is to darken my beauty mark. Then I'm going to set my face with Milani's Make It Last 16 Hour Setting Spray. And here is the finished look. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.